Hello everyone, this is EDC Ghost again with another knife review. This time we're changing things up a little bit, going with a fixed blade knife. I just want to set the stage here. So I was 10 years old when I received this knife, and this is the Marttiini Condor Junior. So we were sitting around the campfire. This was back in my Cub Scout days, or going into Boy Scouts. I don't remember if I was just at the end of Cub Scouts or at the beginning of Boy Scouts. But we had a family that was from Finland, or their ancestors were from Finland, and they had just gotten back from Finland, and they had brought us all these Marttiini Condor Juniors from Finland. They had gotten these in Finland, gave us all one of these, and I just remember thinking that, wow, this is really cool that this knife came from Finland, that they got us this knife. It was perfect for us at that time and is still a great knife. So if you're thinking about getting your son, your daughter, your grandson, your granddaughter, their first knife at 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, whatever it may be, this is the perfect knife to get somebody like that. Now, the reason for that is this knife is, small. It's a fixed blade. It doesn't have any kind of fancy material. This is a plastic. It's got the grip here. It's got kind of like a bolster here for your hands. As you can see, my hands now, it's a little bit kind of too small, but it's still actually pretty comfortable, but it's great for smaller hands. It has the rounded tip, as you can see here, so you're not going to end up getting accidentally punctured or anything like that. The blade is stainless steel. It does not say what type of stainless steel is, or I could not find what type. I got a magnet here on this tape measure, so we'll see if that sticks, and it does stick to the blade of the knife. So I'm going to guess this is a 410 or 420, which is typical of pocket knives. And it does say on the different websites that I've reviewed that the HRC is 53 to 54, which what is HRC? That is the Rockwell hardness test that all steel manufacturers, knife manufacturers use to test their hardness of their steels. So what that entails is this has the corrosion resistance of stainless. It's not going to be a hard steel. When you're talking about knife and knife blades, your high hardness would be a 60 plus, and that's getting into the more elaborate steels and things like that. A medium would be a 58 to 62-ish, and then the lower hardness would be the 50 to 58. So this is in the lower hardness, which makes it perfect for a beginner knife. Why that is, it's easy to sharpen. It's not going to like bend, break on you. I mean, it might bend if you're just like torturing this knife. Of course, any metal is going to do that. But when you get into the upper hardness scale, that's when you'll start to, you could just break these knives. They're not going to bend. They're just going to break right off. But with the lower hardness scale, that gives you an ease of sharpness, which makes it perfect for your first knife, or your grandson's or granddaughter or son's or daughter's first knife, which is excellent for that. When you get into the harder steels, what the whole purpose of the harder steels, and I'm going to have a video over this in the future, but the whole purpose is edge retention. So you're not going to get a big edge retention from this. which is still fine for a beginner's knife. It's going to do what you want it to do. I remember right when I was 10-year-old and my brother was actually 7, or no, he would have been 8 at that time. So he got this knife when he was 8. I got it when I was 10. And the very first thing we all did with this knife is we started whittling with these knives. That is the very first thing. We're all standing around the campfire, wood available. We just go right in whittling with these knives. And they worked great for that. And that's kind of what they were made for, whittling, different camping tasks like that, and just your all-around kind of cutting tasks. So with this, get into some more facts about this knife. The knife is a little over 7 inches in total. As you can see here, we're just over that 7-inch mark, 7.13 inches total on the website. The blade length is 3.13 inches. As you can see there, it's right there. So that is all correct. Weight is 4.2 ounces. It does come with this leather sheath, which, I mean, goes in there really well, holds really well, has a good tight fit to it, which I'm sure would break in over time. But yes, comes with the little strap here for your belt or whatever you want. And this knife goes around $45 to $50 is what I've found from Marttiini's website. And then I've also found this on a couple other websites around the internet. But even on Marttiini's website, I believe this was $45 on their website. So not a bad price for this knife. If we look at, again, the NAF's Lander 1, which I'm going to use quite a bit here for a size comparison. As you can see, it's about as big as this Lander 1. So not a very big knife at all. So I'll get a size comparison there. But yes, right. I mean, this NAF's Lander 1 is almost the same size. But as you can see there, just about the same size. But again, just a great knife. And I've had this knife now for 24 years, and I don't think I've ever sharpened it. I don't remember ever sharpening it. Of course, I didn't use this knife a whole lot. I just thought it was just special for me to have this knife. It was from Finland. You know, that family gave us these knives, and I just kind of been collecting it, you know, putting it in a box of some sort for the last 24 years. But we got a piece of paper here just to kind of show some. I mean, this thing is like factory sharp. So don't be fooled by, is it sharp? Is it not sharp? It is definitely a sharp knife for sure. It can cut. That blade works wonderful for that. Again, works wonderful for whittling. That, again, was our first task with that knife. But just a great knife. And if you are looking for that first knife for, you know, whoever, or you want something a little more safer, it's got that dull tip on there. This is the knife for you. The handle is comfortable. It's plastic. It's got that grip. It's not made out of some fancy metals that you're going to have a hard time sharpening. It's just going to be a good knife for years to come. So again, thank you guys, and just like and subscribe and share, and we're going to keep on this knife journey doing more knife reviews. I have several more knives to do, and then I'm starting to get some people that are gonna start sending me their knives for review. So if you want to join in on that, just message me in the comments and we can set something up to get your knife mailed to me and I can review that. And we're just gonna go from there and just see where this takes us. I did order a new knife from Blade HQ that I will be opening up on this channel. It is in this box. So I'm anxiously waiting for that video, and we're gonna open that knife up. That is a very special knife. That's a birthday knife that I got recently. This would be my first kind of high metal, fancy metal, if you want to call it, type of knife. So we will be doing an opening on that and just doing an initial review, and then I will carry it for a week or so, and then we'll come back and see how I like the knife and how it compares to what I'm kind of used to, which is like this D2 steel or a blade kind of in this you know, $40 to $60, $70 range. So I look forward to that and look forward to just being on this journey with you guys. We'll catch you later. Thanks.